Hello everyone, my name is Amanda. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if it's not your first time here, welcome back to another video of the Planting Mandy. So I want to start by saying that I hope everyone is staying healthy and safe in the current crisis. I especially want to say thank you for everyone that is working right now. Whether you are medical professionals or you work at a grocery store or if you're delivering packages, thank you, because without you guys, there's no way that we can move past this crisis. So thank you. And for those of you who stay at home, if you see any essential workers, make sure you say thank you to them, because they are literally risking their lives to keep us safe. So yeah, and I know that this is not an ideal situation when we have to, stay at our home, but we can always look at the bright side of things, because now that we have more time at home, we can really spend this time with our loved ones, our family. And if you're a plant parent like myself, that means that you have more time to spend with your plants, which is awesome. So I took the initiative and, I did an inventory of my entire collection. And I found out that I have a lot of plants. And then I decided that now that I have it organized, I would love to do a collection video with you guys. And I am gonna show you guys one of my biggest collections, which is my Hoya collection. So if you guys are Hoya heads like me, make sure you stay till the end, because we're gonna go over all of my Hoya's species that I have, and it's gonna be a long one. So stay right there. Alright, so how did I get into Hoyas at the first place? So I remember that I actually haven't been collecting for that long. I've been collecting Hoyas for about 8 months, and so September 2019 was the first time that I actually purchased a Hoya plant. I remember I was at Half Moon Bay, which is a city that located in the Bay Area in California, and there's a lot of wholesale nurseries there. And I went to one of the nurseries there, and then I found this really green, lush, beautiful Hoya carnosa green. So I was like, oh my god, like, it's so pretty, I must have it. So I bought it at a really reasonable price, by the way. So I bought it, and then I took it home, and then I kind of start doing some research on it, because I want to be able to care for it and not kill it. So that's how the Hoya door opened for me. And the more research I do, the more I get to know the genus itself, and the more I fall in love with it. So that's how I start collecting Hoyas. Why do I love Hoya so much? So there's a couple of reasons. So number one is the diversities and the varieties of it. So currently there are about 500 documented species of Hoya, but there is some other undocumented one. So some of the experts said that Hoya species can be up to 700 or 800 or even more. So there is a lot of Hoyas out there. And I really like the diversities of it. Like there's like the big leaves one, there's like the small leaves one, there's a succulent one, there is the not so succulent one. So it just keep giving me that element of surprise, and that curiosity of like what other Hoyas are out there. And I think that's one of the major reasons why I am in love with Hoyas. And the second reason is it's just a really easy, like no, let me rephrase it, a generally easy plant to care for. I noticed most of my Hoya, not all of them, most of my Hoya actually grow the best when I ignore them for a little bit. So that's make it better for a kind of a lazy plant parent like myself. And also it's given me a really like humble and just down-to-earth feelings, these Hoyas. And you look at a lot of them, they just they're a good grower. They're pretty easy to care for, like I said, but they also give you the most spectacular leaves and also inflorescence. And yeah, and I think that's the other reason that I really love Hoyas. So I have about 60 to 70 Hoya species currently in my home right now. So I don't have an exact number because it changes all the time. So because sometimes I buy them, sometimes I sell them or give it away. I do have a lot of propagation going on right now. So that's why approximately I have 60 to 70 Hoyas. And because of that, we're gonna break this whole collection series into three or four videos, so that way it's easier for me to manage and easier for you to watch. Yeah, so we'll get started. All right, so enough talking. Let's look at the plants. So before I get started, I want to tell you two things. Number one, I'm gonna mess up a lot of these names, so feel free to let me know how to pronounce them properly at the comment below. And second, there's no particular order that why I go for this plants first instead of that Hoyas first. It's just randomly selected, and then it's basically whatever easier for me to grab from the current location in my house because they're all over my house. And that's that. So let's get started. So the first one I want to show you is this really beautiful Hoya australis. So I think this is more common varieties that you can find in a lot of local nurseries or like online at a reasonable price. So yeah, I really like it. It has this like more like green roundish shaped leaves and a waxy cuticle. And yeah, this thing grow a lot you know, since I purchased it. You see all this like vine, it just like grow all the way up. It's have been shooting out like new growth for me. And I would say it's a semi-succulent species, meaning that it's not like quite, you know, as thick as like a regular carnosa, but it's also not as thin as like I don't know, multiflora, for example. So yeah, it's somewhere in the middle, and I just really enjoy this like, you know, green lush waxy sheen on the foliage. So yeah, Hoya carnosa, Hoya australis. So it's really easy to care for. So if you can pick one up, you know, definitely pick one up. Right, so the other one that is also pretty common and easy to find is the Hoya carnosa compacta. So this guy is so funky looking. Like the first time I discovered Hoya carnosa compacta, like this like curvy leaves. So Hoya carnosa compacta is a cultivar. Obviously the parents is Hoya carnosa. And this plant is like famously slow growing, and at least, you know, from the people that I spoke with, and I have to agree because I have this for like 4 or 5 months and it hasn't really grown much for me. It did shoot out this like new, you see right here, yeah, this right here, this new grow on top, but that's pretty much it. I do give it. It does sits right next to my window, and then I do give it like top down lighting. So no, I still like it. Pretty easy to care for. Very succulent, as you can see. One thing I will remind you guys though, if you do have a carnosa compacta, watch out for mealybugs. So mealybugs loves Hoyas, and imagine if you have mealybugs on this Hoya, which have thousands of like crinkles and folds in the leaves, it will be almost impossible to clean it out. So make sure that you watch out for that. I personally do use systemic pest control and neem oil spray as a preventive treatment, and I encourage you to do so as well. So this is Hoya carnosa compacta, really beautiful trailing hanging basket plants. All right, so next, let's look at this one. So this is my Hoya bhutanica. So just from the name, I believe I would say it's from like the kingdom of Bhutan. And also really green succulent species. I love this. And then you can see on the leaves, they have this like light veining on it. It's really beautiful. And yeah, it has been giving me new growth, so such as like this like, you know, tiny nut right here start to grow. And one thing about this plant is if you give it a lot of bright light, it will turn red. So you can see, I think, yeah, there we go. So if you can see like the edge right here, it's turned slightly to red because like this edge is the one that like pressed really close to the grow light, and that's why it's turned red. You know, somewhat like Hoya Rebecca and Hoya Sunrise, you know, they get like sun stress, they turn red. So also really cute, beautiful hanging basket plants. So this is Hoya Bhutanica. Awesome. Let's move on. So next, let's look at this big boy. Or big girl, I don't know. But yeah, so this is my Hoya mindorensis. I know there's different variety of mindorensis. So I know there is a pink flower one, there is a pink gold flower, and this one is the one with like the gold flower. And yeah, similar to the Bhutanica, it's also really like just, you know, light green and not much of a veining, but semi-succulent leaves, and it's really vigorous grower. I haven't had this for too long, and I got it like pretty big too, but it's already have been you know, shooting out some new growth for me. So yeah, I love it. Really easy to grow plants, and if you love green foliage, you'll love this one. All right, next let's look at this baby. So this is my Hoya rangsan. So Hoya rangsan, it's very succulent, and it have a lot of silver splash on the leaves. And if you can feel it, it also have some texture on this as well. I got this plant from Thailand, and when it first came, it didn't look good. The wood was really dry, and I had to cut off a lot of the roots, and then I have to put it in really well draining mix. So my mix for Hoyas is 60% of orchid bark, 30% of perlite, and 10% of cactus mix. That's what I use for all my Hoyas, and it has been working great for me. And yeah, I just put them in, put this one in the mix, and then I just put in a mild spot, like without a lot of light. Let it slowly recover and acclimate, and then ta-da, saved. So this is Hoya rangsan, really beautiful, highly recommended if you can get your hands on one. Yay! All right, next we're gonna look at rangsan's sister. I call it sister because, not because they're related, it's because they come in the same package, and same thing, it didn't arrive really in really good condition. So this is my Hoya parasitica heart leaves splash. So obviously the reason it's called heart leaf splash is because the leaf is kind of heart shaped and have the splash on it. Same thing, came up with the roots almost like all dead or really dried up. So I cut it off, put it in the really well draining medium, and saved it. One thing I want to mention about this plant is if you put it in really bright light, the splash will actually turn pink. I actually have a picture that I post on my Instagram, so make sure you check it out because I got this propagation that I did for this particular plant, and the splash is all pink. It was like this heart-shaped leaf with pink splash on it. It was so beautiful. So make sure you check out my Instagram. So yep, this is my parasitica heart leaf splash. There we go. Awesome. All right, so let's look at this baby. This is the Hoya chewiorum, and as you can see, it has this like long shaped leaves, green foliage, and you can see the pattern on this is pretty interesting. I've never seen something like this before. And the texture it's actually pretty thin. So I would say it's really close to Hoya multiflora if you are familiar with the shooting star Hoyas. And also it's have the similar growth structure of shooting star Hoyas as well, because it's kind of like grow up and then it's like bush out instead of like the, you know, the whiny one. So this is not a very common Hoya to find. And I got this from the Gardena website, obviously. And it have this like really beautiful yellow flower. Yeah, so this is a Hoya chewiorum. Really beautiful green thinner leaves variety of Hoyas. All right, next we're gonna look at the little guy. So the little guy is Hoya affinis. Woody succulent species, kind of fuzzy at the bottom of the leaves, not the top of the leaves. Very easy to care for. I, really didn't do much. Like I said, most of my Hoyas kind of like do really well when I kind of ignore it. This is one of them. And it's even give me this like, new grow at the top. So really beautiful, easy, down to earth to care Hoya. So check this out if you get a chance. This is also not very common, I find out. And I got this from the Logi's website. So Logi's is the best. So if you have never checked it out, check it out. Okay, what's next? All right, so this is one of the newest one I have. This is the Hoya archboldiana. So I love this, so like again, green foliage is kind of my thing. So this one have really dark green succulent foliage, which I love, love, love. And as you can see, like it had past tense, some new grow on it, but it fell off. I'm not super concerned because I literally only got this plant like a few weeks ago. And I know that a lot of time when plants came in for shipment, it will be stressed, and then it's very common for them to like drop some leaves or have some yellowing leaves. So I feel the bottom leaves, I check the roots and everything is still healthy, and that's why I have no doubt that this new growth is just gonna come back in no time. So very beautiful dark green variety of Hoyas. Hoyas archboldiana. Yes. All right. You getting tired yet? I'm not, because I love talking about Hoya. So, okay, next one. One of the most succulent species of Hoya I have, which is the Hoya pachyclada. So there's a very good version of it, but again, I am a green foliage gal. That's why I got a green one. And I know the variegated one is actually, pretty pricey, but I'm happy with this one. So I would say this is like the most succulent Hoyas I got. Like if you feel the leaf is hard, it's like cardboard. And I also really like this particular plant because it have peduncles. So it hasn't flowered for me yet, but I hope it will soon. And if you can notice, there's also this like yellowing leaves right here. So I'm not too concerned just because number one, it's only an isolated incident, like which is just one leaf. And second, this is like a more bottom leaves, which is the older one. So, plant just like people, they do go through the natural cycle of like getting old and die. and this is what is going on with this leaf. So yeah, I'm not too concerned. Normally I just leave it on there until it like naturally like fall off. So we'll see what happens. So this is Hoya pachyclada. Yay, with peduncle. Awesome. Next one. This is also a really cute green leaf species. This is my Hoya davidcummingii. So you can see this is actually pretty long. Let's go all the way. Yep. So it's a smaller leaf species, also green. You see the theme here, also green. And very succulent. So super easy to care for, right? Like I said, most of the more succulent species of Hoya are easier to care for. I do have some more that are current, which I'll show you in the next couple videos. But yeah, I think this one actually have a couple peduncles as well. Let me see. Yep, there we go. So there's one right here, and this one right here. They kind of go all the way down. And this one like right here as well. So yeah, it hasn't flowered for me yet. It does have the old peduncles, haven't flowered for me. So for those of you guys who know a little bit about Hoya, it's like the flower kind of come off the same peduncle over and over again. So yeah, I hope this guy will flower for me soon. So this is Hoya davidcummingii. Very beautiful. All right, so let's go back to a more common species. Like common, like easy to find species, let's put it that way. So this is my Hoya obovata. Really love this circle, like big circle leaves with the with a little bit of the splash on it. And yeah, this one is also really easy. You can see the new grow right there. And you can probably find it in like, you know, your local nursery or online at a really reasonable price. Same thing. It's pretty easy to care for, more succulent. I barely water this plant, so I normally wait till like the leaves like feel soft before I water it. So yeah, Hoya obovata, really beautiful plants. Okay, next one. I have 3 more. So you will recognize this one. Remember a couple months ago, ooh, hit me in the face. Remember a couple months ago, everyone was like, oh my god, Trader Joe's have this Hoya pubicalyx Royal Hawaiian purple for like 14 or 15 bucks, I forgot. Everyone went crazy for it and and got it. But I will be honest with you, I couldn't find any in my local Trader Joe's. And by the way, right, just so you guys know, because I live in San Francisco, California, and California have a really strict import policy, or like a stricter import policy in terms of plants, because agriculture, it's California's one of the California biggest like industry, and the state want to be really careful with the plants and that people bring in, just because if someone accidentally bring in like a invasive species or like a pest, it's gonna destroy the whole industry. And that's why we don't get as many varieties of plants as maybe some other states. So I couldn't find it. And one of my best plant friends, Mia, found one in her local Trader Joe's, and she offered to buy it and keep it for me. So I was so grateful for that. By the way, Mia is awesome. She have a really beautiful collection of Hoyas and begonia. And if you guys know begonia, it's notoriously famous for really difficult to keep, and she was able to keep them. So she's really good. So I'm gonna leave her IG down there in my video notes so you guys can check her out. Make sure you check her out. She's awesome. But anyway, I got this guy, and look at how much it's grown. Like the tendril is like all the way. It's hitting me in the face. Grow up. And this guy is called the Royal Hawaiian Purple, because if you can see this like newer grow here came out kind of this purple maroon colors, and then it's eventually fade into the regular green color. Yeah, super easy to grow, super hardy. I hardly do anything to it. I just put on the shelf, and then this tendril just kind of start growing, and it's like wrap around everything. I highly recommend this plant for like, if you know, if for any new Hoyas grower, it's gonna like build up your confidence, and then for growing the genus Hoya. So yep, Hoya pubicalyx Royal Hawaiian Purple. All right. So next one. I do need your help because like it's still attacking me. I do need your help because I'm not sure if this is the right name. I bought this plant with many other Hoyas in the same box, and I lost the tag for this particular plant. But then when I go over the species list, the only species that was not accounted for is this one. So I just kind of okay, it must be this Hoya then. But again, because I lost the tag, so I cannot be 100% sure. So if you guys look at this plant and say, okay, Amanda, it's totally not this but that, again, let me know in the comment below. I need your help, all right? Otherwise, I'm just going to mark it as like unknown species, right? So this is the Hoya macgillivrayi. I told you, I don't know. I'm gonna butcher this name, but I'll put it in the bottom anyway. So yeah, same thing, green leaves. See the theme here, And you can see there is like just really thick succulent leaves, right? And there's the wing in the middle. And yeah, it's pretty good grower for me, as you can see. I don't know if you can see, it's so small. This side, yep, this tiny new growth is coming out. I'm so excited. Yeah, so really pretty, like down to earth Hoyas. And if this is what I think it is, it have one of the most spectacular flowers of all Hoyas. So it's like this really big, like dark pink or red flowers. So yeah, let me know. Like here, take a look one more time. Yeah, if you know if there's like any other species, I would love to know, because I'm lost. Cool. All right. So I am saving the best for the last. The last Hoya in this video that I want to show you is, ta-da! This baby. So this is my Hoya Spa EPC 376. So it's spa mean SP mean that it's species, so it's, you know, it hasn't been named, so people just assign it a lumber, a serial number, right? And I said this is the best for obvious reason, because it is blooming. All right, so please, it's actually just opened up 2 days ago, and please look at this beautiful flowers. Oh my God, this guy, oh my God, this guy smells so good. It smells like a combination of jasmine and gardenia. Yep, take a look. It's really gorgeous. I also have 2 more sets of buds that haven't opened yet. For example, like, so this is one of them. It hasn't been opened yet. And then I have another set. I try to be really careful. I don't want to like break it. I would kill myself if I break it. So, and this is the second one. And you can look at the foliage. They have pretty big leaves. So this one is like bigger than my hand actually. So this leaf like have this like green foliage with the silver specking on it. And you can see like on here, there's like some red spot. So we call that sunspot. So it just means that, you know, it may be getting like a little bit sun stress, which, you know, it's completely fine for the plant as long as it's not like, you know, too much, right? So yeah, this is, just want to show you this one is a lot because of how beautiful it is. So this is the last Hoya for my first video of my Hoya collection, the Hoya Spa EPC 376. Awesome. So what do you guys think? It's a lot, right? I think I just showed you 14 Hoyas. I think I may be I may miscount, so I don't know. But anyway, let me know if you have any of this Hoyas growing in your home. I would love to hear about your experience and also any care tips for it. Because that way we can learn from each other. One of the major reasons I want to do this collection video is because I can learn from you guys, right? Learn from you guys how to care for them. Also learn from you guys, like what are you guys growing in your home, and maybe I learn some new species and vice versa. So yeah, so let me know in the comment below. There's gonna be at least 2 other videos, you know, for my Hoya collections, because I think there is about 60 to 70 Hoyas that I have in my home. And as always, thank you so much, so much for watching. And if you like this video, make sure you click like. If you want more future video like this part 2 or part 3 or part 4 possibly for my Hoya collection, make sure you click the subscribe button. And I will see you next time. Bye.